On today's video, we're going to tell you all about the pros and the cons of living in Clayton, North Carolina. Hi, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with eXp Realty in Raleigh, North Carolina. And on today's video, we're going to talk about one of the more popular suburbs around Raleigh. That is Clayton, North Carolina. It's, as I say, gotten very, very popular. My team and I have sold 3 homes in the last couple of weeks in Clayton. And so a lot of people are looking at it and considering a move to Clayton. So on today's video, we're going to give you all the goods and the bads. So if you're considering a move, you can decide if it's right for you. So let's first start with the cons. Con number 1, it's a little far from everything. So Clayton is about 25 minutes from downtown Raleigh, which doesn't sound too bad, but it's like 45 minutes to Research Triangle Park, the airport, and all of that. So Clayton, in other words, is a little off the beaten path. You gotta be prepared that if you live in Clayton, you probably either work from home or have a job in Clayton and you do a lot of your shopping in that area. It's not very likely that you're gonna be making a trip to, say, Streets at South Point Mall in Durham for an afternoon dinner and shopping experience. I mean, it's gonna take you 45 minutes to an hour to get there. So con number 1, Clayton's a little far off the beaten path. Con number 2, you're gonna need to get used to driving around and dealing with a lot of new construction. So as I said at the top of this video, Clayton is really gotten popular. Prices are still pretty good and you can get a lot of home for your buck. And so with that, the builders have taken notice and they're doing a lot of building out in Clayton. So be prepared to go through construction zones. Whether you live in a neighborhood that's under construction or not, you're just something you're gonna have to deal with. A lot of people don't wanna deal with the hassle of living with constant beating of nails into boards and sawing and all of that stuff that goes on when towns are growing and neighborhoods are popping up. So just be prepared for that if you have an issue with construction. Con number 3, Clayton can feel a bit rural. So we've already said it's kind of off the beaten path. And so along with that, you have to know that a lot of the people that have lived and are the locals and have lived in Clayton for a long time have agrarian backgrounds, small town America. So know that a lot of Clayton is a lot of fields of vegetables and tobacco and cotton and whatnot to get from point A to point B. So if that's not the lifestyle you're looking for, if you're more wanting the high-rise lifestyle, Clayton is probably not going to be for you. The next con we need to tell you about, again, along with that rural lifestyle, that means number 4, Clayton does not have a lot to do. So again, you've got big box stores to go shopping at. There's some nice stuff coming up and coming, especially in the downtown. But by and large, Clayton is pretty much a bedroom community. You may work there, you may shop there a little bit grocery-wise, but it's not like you're going there for the nightlife. So be prepared. If you're thinking about moving to Clayton, your main hobby is probably going to be sleeping. And the 5th con we need to share with you about Clayton, unfortunately, a lot of the homes, the majority of the homes are starter homes, or maybe that second home that you buy after you've outgrown your starter home. There's not a lot of luxury homes. There's not a lot of that 3rd, 4th, 5th home. The big giant homes that are luxurious, there's just not a lot of that in Clayton. There's a little bit, but don't go to Clayton expecting you're gonna find 5,000 square feet, $2 million with a pool and swans in the front yard. That's just not gonna be the lifestyle you're gonna have in Clayton. On the pro side, with Clayton, pro number 1, you're less likely to get snow. And for those of us that are locals, and from North Carolina, we hate snow, so that makes a huge positive for Clayton. So Clayton being on the southeastern side of the triangle, you're much less likely to get snow than you would in, say, Hillsborough, Roxborough, Chapel Hill, Durham, which is on sort of the northwestern side of the triangle. So many times when those areas are getting inch, 2 inches, 3 inches or more snow, Clayton is getting rain and they're all going to work and they're happy. So yay. Pro number 2, Clayton is closer to the beach. So if you're a beach bum like me, and when you truly love the beach, the closer you can get to the beach while still being in the triangle, the better. So in most parts of Clayton, you're looking at about a 2 hour and 10 minute drive to the beach. Whereas in Raleigh, it's about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Durham, Chapel Hill, even longer than that. So what's the big deal? What's 10, 20 minutes? Well, if you miss it and you end up stuck in traffic, it could take you a little bit longer than the 20 minutes to get to the beach. I know when I get in the car and I'm ready to head that way, I want to get my toes in the sand as quickly as possible. That makes Clayton an outstanding place to live if you like the beach like I do. Pro tip number 3, Clayton still has a lot of that southern charm. So unfortunately, as the triangle has grown and grown and grown, a lot of that southern hospitality, that southern charm has disappeared. Clayton has held on to it because it's not grown as quickly as, say, Raleigh, downtown Raleigh, or Durham, Chapel Hill, or even Wake Forest. You're still going to get that southern charm. And what do I mean by southern charm? Well, I mean people saying hello, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, holding the door for you, and generally being polite. And where you see in other parts of the triangle, unfortunately, people are in a rush to get places. Clayton is a little bit slower pace, and so therefore you're going to have a lot more of that southern hospitality that a lot of people come here craving. Pro number 4 of Clayton, it has a really amazing downtown. So we've talked about the fact that Clayton has a lot of big box stores, and that is very true, but there's a great downtown in Clayton, and it's getting better and better all the time. There's a farmer's market down there, coffee shops, some great restaurants. Scott Crawford, who is really well-known chef in the Raleigh area, has opened up a new restaurant in downtown Clayton that we're excited to try, and we definitely recommend you check it out. Really, really cool stuff. As I said, coffee shops, a really, really nice scene. You can actually park down there for free and not have to worry about parking decks and the hassle of like paying to park with an app and all of that garbage. It's just a really great feeling down there, great vibe. Definitely recommend you go check out downtown Clayton. And pro number 5, Clayton has a slower pace of life. And yes, we've already talked about this being a negative, but for a lot of people, that slower pace of life is really, really great. People are more friendly in Clayton. Traffic is not as hellacious in Clayton. People are not speeding as much in Clayton. And it's just really a great quality of life if you happen to have to drive in from work in, say, Raleigh, or if you live in Clayton, it's just a lot nicer vibe than in a lot of places around. Definitely makes it a super pro tip if you are someone who wants that easy living, slower pace of life. So we hope this has been helpful. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't done so. And if you're thinking about a move to Clayton or anywhere else in the triangle, or you have a home to sell, my team and I would love to be your agents of choice. You can click on the link below to get started with the process. And with that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.